Hello, I'm Ben from Buckstar Games. This is going to be a demo and preview of the tabletop role-playing game supplement, Hexpedition, Jaws of the King. You can find it at DrivethruRPG or on our own website, buckstargames.com. Both links will be in the description below. What is Hexpedition, Jaws of the King? It's an island adventure seed generator and hexcrawl for tabletop RPGs. Okay, what do any of those words mean? Basically, this supplement is a map of an archipelago with hexes overlaid on top of it, the hex map. Each hex has a number and a corresponding paragraph of what is going on in that region of the archipelago. These paragraphs are the adventure seeds. You can use these together or separately. They can be used for Call of Cthulhu, Dungeons & Dragons, Fantasy Age, Fate, Pathfinder, or your preferred role-playing game of choice. In addition to the hex map and adventure seeds, there are role tables, NPCs, and lore for the islands and their inhabitants. How would I use this supplement in my game? Well, you pick a starting hex for your party of adventurers. It can be any hex on the map. Maybe a storm left them shipwrecked on the shore. Perhaps they have come to the islands looking for something. In a pulp game, or a game with airships, the ships or plane could have crash-landed on one of the islands. There's actually a roll table of story hooks to help determine the why or how the party's arrival to the archipelago. Once you've determined where the party starts, you can see what is located at that hex. Let's use Hex 13 as an example. Here you can find Claw's boat. A ramshackle double-hulled canoe anchors here. Nets filled with flotsam and jetsam are overseen by a large lobsterfolk. His red, chitinous shell is decorated with white runes. He raises his antenna excitedly and digs around the boat before placing a straw hat on his head and waving. Claw has his own entry in the book and sells random items, most of it being junk, but there are a few treasures to be found. Alternatively, you could put anything here, or use another hex's description entirely. Also, there are roll tables for different encounters a party might stumble across, including some of everyone's favorite prehistoric animals, dinosaurs. Did you mention lore? I did. The lore includes the brief history of the islands, including the reign of the terrors and the Outsider's Plague, information on the inhabitants of the archipelago, as well as a small bestiary, list of treasures, and other items that can be found on the islands. Some of my favorite entries are the boot beetle swarm, the ogre palm, and the young king. In summary, this book contains over 100 adventure seeds that correspond to the hexes on this map, with numerous roll tables for encounters and items, as well as helpful tips for running any game. You can find inspiration and several tools throughout for your TTRPG game. I hope you check it out, and if you do, be sure to leave a comment telling me what you did with it.